style cottages. The little lanes in between, known as the dunny lane, or the dunny carts would go down there to empty the toilet facility out the back, a pan arrangement. The dunny cart man would come along and empty your toilet, contents of your toilet. Isn't that gross? Imagine being married to him. Oh, yuck. So there's funny little old stone lanes between these old houses. But they're nice suburbs, nice wide streets, easy parking. And then they would have a little village shopping centre, cafes and local bank and post office in amongst all this. It's a bit hard to find, but they're there. Plenty of green open space. And within cooee of the city. So the property prices here are very expensive. A lot of Aussies have actually made money out of property, particularly since the 1980s. Just boomed. Why did it boom? I'm not really quite sure why it boomed in such a big jump. What was the reason, you think, Graham? I don't really know. I remember I bought my first property for $47,000. That was only a little studio in Sydney, mind you, but it made some money. But that property now would be worth $400,000 or $50,000. But I mean, we've all got a property story, I guess. So, but yes, a lot of Aussies have realised that they know that they're pretty smart about property. They know what to buy, what's going to make money, and do your renovations, and you'll make some more. Or predicting the next suburb that's going to take off. And watching where the government's going to be spending some money on transport and schools. There are obviously areas that will take off quick. And property prices will go up. What's affecting a lot of the property prices, of course, is foreign investment. That's also happening in the States too, I'm told, and particularly with the mainland Chinese. They're taking their money out of the country and parking it elsewhere just in case. And that's still our communist country after all. But they often, as I said, bring their kids out for education, and eventually they'll buy some property. That's where the kids live. But they just hold on to those properties, and often they won't on-sell them, or they will not rent them out into the main market. So that actually puts pressure on the rental market because there's less rentals available. And also they've got the money to spend, so the person that sells their property, the Chinese, certainly benefits. But that's where it stops, because ongoing it just pushes the property prices up. These are